Iranian to sit like that and say, please, Israeli, come and bomb us?
Well, let's hold it there. Why not let's turn to an Israeli analyst and see what... I would rather you gave your own idea rather than, so far, question Abdul Bari Ahmad.
Sure. I think Iran and Israel are going through an unnatural divorce. There's no reason for the Iranian people and the Israeli people to be enemies. We have no history of animosity. Iran, Persia is the only country that has in fact influenced the history of Judaism from the exile that we were saved by King Cyrus and by the Persian people. I belong to a community of 2,500-year-old Persian Jewish community, and I can tell you that people of Israel and people of Iran are not enemies. Now, the issue of what happens with the government is different. I don't think there will be war. I don't think there will be a unilateral Israeli strike against Iran for a number of reasons. Number one, we see that the sanctions and the diplomacy are hurting the Iranian regime very badly. Number two, we see that there's nobody in this world who does a better job of delegitimizing the Iranian government and makes the Iranian government look unsuitable to own a nuclear weapon than the Iranian government. They do an incredible job. Unfortunately, Mr. Netanyahu keeps ruining it. But, you know, if Mr. Netanyahu, and I know he's a politician, he's got his job to do, but sometimes I would just hope that he would just stay quiet and let the Iranian government do the job for us, because, bless them, there's nobody else with his acts that's better than convincing the international community why the Iranian regime should not have a nuclear weapon. I don't think the Iranian regime is going to make a nuclear weapon. I think they want to, but I don't think they'll be able to. The sanctions and the diplomacy are creating a lot of damage. Diplomacy with Iran is essential because it enforces the moderates within the regime, and this creates infighting. And sanctions are hurting the Iranian regime, and they're hurting its business interests. I don't see Ayatollah Khamenei having the confidence to tell his officers that tomorrow we're going to kick out all the IAEA inspectors, we're going to take that enriched uranium at Natanz and Fordo, and we're going to make a bomb with it. Because the moment he does that, that's the moment he's going to risk an American attack. And I don't think Israel would attack, despite what Mr. Netanyahu says. I don't think the Iranian regime is going to do it. And if I may be so bold, I'll make the prediction that not only Iran won't make a bomb, that Iran will make a compromise. We're probably going to look at a deal when Iran is going to give up its enriched uranium at 20%, close down Fordo, agree to very strict inspection regime, but in return have all the sanctions, at least from Europe for now, lifted, and some kind of limited enrichment on Iranian soil. I'd just like to finish that next time you're in Israel, you can do a little test yourself. Sit in an Israeli taxi, ask the taxi driver, what do you think about Arabs and what do you think about Persians? You'll see the difference, and you'll see how these two people are going. They've got so much in common. The view is positive, and we're not going to let war get in the way of the history and the bond, the eternal bond which the people of Israel and Iran have. Thank you.
Meir, thank you very much.